Right, we are marking exercise 17.1. There is A, B, and D. Quickly have a look. I'll give you time to first mark and then I'll answer questions. Andy, are you done? Weet ek ook vir nou dan gepen geleen en toe sit nooit weer terug het. Okay. Right, any questions at A? B? Okay, quick. Okay. Right, let me see, hands up, we're still copying. Okay, there's H and then 2A and B. Yeah. Any what? He did see his. Those that didn't see it had a look at it yesterday. Right, any questions at H? 2A? B. Okay, right, people, at B. Where's my pen now? Okay, so at B, what I did is I first took all the unknowns to the left. Okay? So the 3x was already on the left, so it stayed there. But this x had to move to the other side of the equation. Now, as soon as I move it over, it's going to become the opposite. Now, that was a positive x, so that becomes a negative x. Okay, right. We do the same with the normal numbers. The minus 5 was already on the right-hand side, so it stays minus 5. But this minus 1 has got to move over, so that becomes plus 1. Okay, so let's just go simplify what we've got there. So 3x minus x will give me 2x. And then minus 5 plus 1 will give me minus 4. You fine with that? Okay, then once we get up to that point, now I've got to get rid of this coefficient. Now that's 2 times x. So if I take it over, it becomes divided by 2. And minus 4 divided by 2 gave me minus 2. Okay. All right, any other questions here? Can I skip? Visenia? Okay. There is C and D, and then 3A. Come on, mark. Right, any questions at C or D? Okay, questions at 3A. A. Okay, so what I had to do here is before I could take unknowns left, normal numbers right, I had to get rid of the brackets because they said simplify by using BODMAS. No. Okay, so that 2 must be multiplied in. So 2 times x gave me the 2x. Then 2 times 1 gave me 2. No. Okay, now when I get to that point, I have gotten rid of all my brackets. So now I can take unknowns to the left, which is already there, so it stays 2x. But this plus 2 has got to move to the other side. So it will become minus 2. And that 10 minus 2 gave me this 8. Okay, and now I have to get rid of the coefficient. So I've got to get rid of that 2. So if I take it over, it becomes divided by 2. And 8 divided by 2 gave me 4. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, can I skip? There's B. And then C, I'll talk you guys through as I go along. C. I multiplied out my brackets. Okay, so now what I want to do is get unknowns to the left. So the 5x was already on the left, so it stays there. The 2x has got to move over, so it becomes minus 2x. Then normal numbers on the right. 14 was already on the right, so it stays. Then this plus 5 moves over and becomes minus 5. So let's just simplify. 5x minus 2x will give me 3x. And 14 minus 5 gives me 9. Now I have to get rid of that 3, the coefficient. That's 3 times x. So if I take it over, it becomes divided by 3. So x will then be 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay. Any questions there? Okay. I think I'm going to do D on the next page. So hands up, who's still copying there? Hands up, who's still copying? Right. D. Okay, so I first got to multiply in. So 4 times x gives me 4x. 4 times 2, 8. Okay, the 16 people stays just like it is because that 16 has got nothing to do with a bracket. What do I multiply in? The positive 2 is what I'll multiply in. If there are some of you, because I saw it in the test, who added that, please make a note there. You can't do that. BODMAS tells me what's more important? Brackets, not addition. So I first have to get rid of that bracket. And I can only multiply into the bracket whatever's written directly in front of it. Only that. Okay. Right. So if I multiply in, it would become 2x minus 2. Okay. Now let's take unknowns to the left. 4x was already there. This 2x I'm going to move over, so it becomes minus 2x. Then on the right-hand side, I had 16 and a minus 2. Now this plus 8, I move over, and it becomes minus 8. Okay, so 4x minus 2x will give me 2x. 16 minus 2, yeah, minus 8. So x will then be 6 divided by that 2, so it gives me 3. You guys all good? Okay, now I'm going to show you one example, and you can number it as 4a. No, you can just go on from there, because you guys are going to do number 4. And then we have more homework, yeah. So 9x over 10 is equal to 3 over 5. So at the whole number 4, Sufisa, wake up, have a look. At the whole of number 4, you will see that your denominators are not the same. And that is usually our first step whenever we have fractions, right? We have done this in chapter 9. You might remember. No? So, look at my denominators, 10 and 5. So what will I make all of them? What's the smallest, the lowest common denominator? 10. No? Okay, so the first one will stay like that. But to get this a 10, I would say times 2. And if I do it at the bottom, also have to do it at the top. So that will become 6 over 10. Okay, now, what do we usually do? Okay, so I'm going to write steps here. Step 1, get denominators the same. Okay, once we've done that, like we've done now, what's our next step? We only look at once my denominators is the same, everything at the bottom is the same now. So we only have to look at what we have at the top. Okay, so meaning I can say 9x is equal to 6. Do you guys get that? Okay, and now it looks like everything that we had in number 1, 2, and 3. So what would I then do? Usually we get rid of the coefficient. So it's times. So if I take it over, it becomes divide. So x will be 6 divided by 9. But that's the same as 2 over 3. 6 over 9 is the same as 2 over 3. Huh? Okay, let me rather write it like this then. Okay, so 6 divided by 9, no? And then you'll say x is equal to, if you put into your calculator 6 over 9, it's automatically going to give you 2 over 3, because that's the simplest form. Okay. The 10 at the bottom, we could ignore it because it was the same for all of them. So we only have to look at the top. Okay. You'll see at step 2, only look at the top. Okay, maybe we should write step 3, solve equation. Come on. All right, is anyone still copying? Right. Okay. Now, leave a bit of space open because you still got to do B, C, and D of number 4. That's going to be part of your homework. So you will need, let's say, roughly 12 lines. Yeah. I think 12 lines is more or less half a page, isn't it? No. Give or take. Yeah. Okay, right. So now, after you've left out that little bit of space where you've got to do number 4, B, C, and D, I want you to write down these examples, because what's different here is we still have fractions, but now we have unknowns at my denominators as well. No? Okay, but we use those same 3 steps that we had just now. So what was our first step? Get the lowest common denominator. Okay, so have a look at what I gave you. So this 5 is actually 5 over 1. Do you guys agree? Okay. Now, our step 1 is make denominators the same. So have a look at our denominators. I've got x, x, 1. So what do you think I should make my denominator? Where does the x go? 1x, or just x. No? Let's make all my denominators x, because those first two already have a denominator of x. So all I've got to change is this one. Okay, so how do I make this to x? I'm going to say times x. And if I do it at the bottom, I also have to do it at the top. Okay, so then I will have 4 over x plus 6 over x equal to 5x over x. Does everyone understand? Sufficient? Huh? Yeah. Because I wanted to make the denominator x. The denominator was 1. Okay. Camille? But you see why I multiply with the x. Remember, the main goal is to get everything at the bottom. All the denominators must be the same. And over here, I've got x, or at least not there. Yeah, I've got x, x, so they're already the same. The only thing that's not the same is this one. So I want to change that. I want to make that x2. No? Yeah. I'm going to do more examples just now. Okay. Right. So we did step 1. My denominators are the same. What did our step 2 say? Now we only look at the top, people, and you can only do that when your denominators are the same, ne? Okay, are our denominators the same? Yes. So now we only look at the top. What was at the top? 4 plus 6 equal to 5x. And can you see now it looks a lot less complicated? No? Okay. So the 4 plus 6 will give me 10. Okay, and now I want to get rid of that coefficient. So what do I have to do? I'm going to divide by 5. No, so I'm going to say 10 divided by 5 will give me x. So x is equal to, what's 10 divided by 5? 2. No. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, if you want, that is the same as 5x equal to 10. If you read it from the back. No. No. Have a look. Then from here, I'd say x is equal to 10 divided by 5. And then x is equal to 2. Like that. Okay. Better. Right. Everyone fine? Any questions? Okay. Let's try a nice simple one. 6 over x is equal to 18. So what is that denominator of the 18? It's actually 18 over 1. No. Okay. What are we going to make our denominator? I can't wait. Hold on. You guys are right. Yes, we are going to make it x. I just want to answer, why can't I make it 1? Because how can I then get rid of that x? So I can't. How do I get rid of it? So I rather work towards it instead of getting rid. No. Okay, so I'm going to make my denominator x. You guys quickly try that for me, please. So it will stay 6 over x equal to how much over x? Moet nie sê nie. Do. Ek weet nie. Do. Okay. So, okay. Ja, jy is mooi, is reg. It's not 3. Right, let's see. So what I had to do was times x at the bottom. So I have to multiply with x at the top. It's only me talking. So at the top, I'm going to have 18x. All right? Now denominators are the same, so I only look at the top. So 6 is equal to 18x. Okay, but listen. You guys said just now you don't like it like this, so I'm going to put the x on the other side, no? Okay? So I'm going to say 18x is equal to 6. It's almost the same thing. No? If you read it from the back. Okay, now. What do? We've got to get rid of the coefficient. So I've got to divide by 18. And 6 divided by 18 will mean that x is a third. Not 3. Okay. You guys good? Right. Can I skip? Okay. Now, a little bit more complicated. Look at our denominators. Yeah.
You say it's 6 divided by 18.
Yes. 6 divided by 18.
Ma'am, why example 1?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we say 5 divided by 10 and 6 divided by 5?
Remember, the main thing is, have a look. Shh. I'm going to work from the yellow. No? I have got to get rid of this coefficient. No. And how do I get rid of it? I divide by the coefficient itself. So then can you see 10 divided by 5? Okay, let's go to that example. Over here, our coefficient was 18. So I've got to get rid of that. So I divide by the 18. Does that make sense? So if you get confused with this, I think you must go this route. So what I want you to do is in your exercise, when you get to this point, then I want you to say divide by coefficient, divide by coefficient. Because then you will see that these two cancel out. So what's left there? X. And the 6 over 18 will give you the 1 over 3. Okay. So this is how I want you to do yours. Then you're going to get it right every time. Okay. Can I delete? Okay. Right. So try and get it right now with this one. Okay. Look at our denominators. I've got 5x, 5, 3x, and 3. What will be the lowest common denominator?
15.
Only 15. 15x. Good. Does everyone see that? Okay, right. So, I'm going to say this must be 15x. All right. So, at the top, to get that to 15x, how much did I have to multiply with? With just 3. No. Okay, so when I multiply with 3 at the bottom, I also have to multiply with 3 at the top. So I will have 3 over 15x. Does that make sense? Okay, let's look at the next one. How much do I have to multiply with here? 3x. So then at the top, same thing. So that will give me 3x over 15x. Everyone still okay? Next one. I had 3x. I have to multiply with what? 5. And if I do it at the bottom, also have to do it at the top. And 2 times 5 gives me 10. Right, last one. I had 3. I have to multiply with 5x. So do the same at the top. And how much is 2 times 5x? 10x. Okay, so can you now see that my denominators are the same? Kazi, denominators are the same, right? So what's our next step? Only look at the top. Okay, so I'm going to say 3 minus 3x equal to 10 minus 10x. Now it looks way easier. Okay, so you guys solve it from there, please. Okay, you guys done? So I took unknowns to the left, normal numbers to the right. So 7x equal to 7. So x is equal to 1. Good. Yeah. Okay, before I answer your question, any questions except him for this one? Comma? Yeah? Where's your calculations wrong? Yeah. Yeah? What did you have? It's fine. You took all your unknowns to the right and normal numbers to the left. No, I'm lying. Near. No, it's totally by chance that yours is correct. No. How did you get to the 13x? Yeah. Correct. 10 minus 3. 10 is perfect. Yeah, perfect, Mike. Say, Javier, where did you go? Did you get your mistake now? What did you write? Oh, okay. So you didn't change the sign when it went over. Okay. Right. Okay, people. I think, yeah. This one, I'm going to let you guys try on your own. Let's just decide on what the lowest common denominator would be. I've got x. Well, I've got x. Nee man, wat gaat jy aan? What the hell? Yes, it's going to be 6x. Okay, will you guys try on your own? You're done. Kazi, I want you to try, please. Otherwise, you're going to struggle with the homework. Voel jy beter, Mr. Vonk? Sien, Kasie het gister mos vir jou gesê, nee, nou het hy vandag hoofpyn. Quiet, did you finish? Right. Hands up, you're still busy. Okay. Did you guys have the following? Yes. Over here, I had to multiply that with 6. So I do it at the top as well. And that's how I got 6 over 6x. Over here, I had to multiply with 2x. So I do it at the top. And that's how I get the 8x. Over here, we multiply with 3. So do it at the top. So that's how I get the 3 over 6x. And last one, I had to multiply with 3x. So that's how I get 9x. Okay. Now denominators are all the same. So we only look at the top. So 6 plus 8x is equal to 3 plus 9x. Now I take unknowns to the left. So 8x minus 9x is equal to 3. And then take it over. Minus 6. So 8x minus 9x. What's wrong? Do you see your mistake or don't you know what's going on? Fine. Yeah?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the announcements before first break.
Wait, come again? Could you? Yeah? No, because then you're actually taking everything to the left. No? Okay, listen. Shh. So your answer should be a positive 7. Okay, I'll skip back just now. This is your homework. I'll talk about that. Huh? I just want to stop the recording. So that is your homework.